Hi everyone, this is Heather Lottinen from the Flourish.Academy. This is episode 360 and today we are talking about used and refurbished equipment. But before we talk about camera gear, I do want to say that recently I have really been into refurbished products. So last year I did a video on my refurbished MacBook Pro that I purchased, and it has been fantastic. I haven't had any issues. I saved a ton of money. I purchased from Apple Direct on their refurbished website. So if you just type in Apple refurbished, you can go to their website and see all of their products. And yesterday I picked up a brand new 27-inch refurbished iMac for my husband because he needed a new computer. He was working off of a Mac 4-core Pro. We also had an 8-core Pro. Those were the big machines back in the day, but they're no longer able to be updated, so it was difficult to run them anymore. I picked up this yesterday. I love it. He loves it. We're really excited. Okay, but when it comes to camera gear, I do have an opinion on this. I think it is perfectly okay to purchase used or refurbished cameras. I see people do it all the time. Well, in number one, I'm a Dave Ramsey fan, so I don't believe in debt. And if you really want the Nikon D750 and you don't want to purchase it new, you could certainly pick one up used. I would probably trust a refurbished camera from Nikon or Canon directly because I know that they've looked at it over a used camera, but you're not going to save as much. So just before getting on this video, I looked up a Nikon refurbished D750 direct from Nikon, and it was about $100 cheaper than a brand new one. $100, okay. Nikon at $100 cheaper, I think I'm just gonna splurge and get the brand new one rather than the refurb, but okay. And they won't tell you, okay, I've heard, I have not experienced this, I've heard that they won't tell you the shutter counts on those cameras, but I don't know that for certain. But if you buy used from someone, then they can obviously tell you the shutter count because they can run that, you can find that out in Photoshop or any application. So if I were going to purchase used, I would purchase from someone that I trust. I'd like to know how they treat their equipment, what type of photography they do, and I would do that. I would purchase a used camera myself if it were my backup camera. Now, because I'm a professional photographer and I charge pretty high prices, I feel that when I purchase a camera, my main camera is going to be a new camera. That is just my mental space around that process. But I don't think that that's necessarily the case for everyone. If you are not a professional photographer, meaning you are not getting paid, then what is the problem with picking up a used camera? I don't see any problem at all. If you trust the person and you can save some money and you feel good about it, obviously there are risks, but there are risks with refurbished as well. When you purchase a refurbished camera from Nikon, once you open the box, you cannot return it. Once you purchase a used camera, usually from an individual seller, you cannot return it. So there are always risks there, but I mean, there are risks with new gear as well, as we learned from the shutter recall, but Nikon will repair those, of course. So it depends on your tolerance for risk. It depends on whether or not you get paid to do this for a living, how you feel about it, what your budget is, what you like to spend on this type of thing. So my opinion for me and how I approach my business, I want my main camera to be new. I would be okay with purchasing a used backup camera, but I've actually never had to do that because I just upgrade my cameras over the years. And so like right now I'm shooting with a Nikon D750 and my D700s, two of them are my backup cameras. And that's typically how it goes for me. So I've never had the need to purchase used cameras, but I think it's an okay approach. I am all about the refurbished iMac and MacBook Pro though. Look at it. Isn't she a beaut? Isn't that great? I saved a ton of money on that computer. But again, the refurbished Nikon was only $100 less than the new Nikon. So my question to you is, how do you feel about this? Have you purchased a used or refurbished camera, and how did that go for you? Did you have any issues? Was everything fine? Please leave a comment. That really helps other people to see, wait, is anyone doing this and is it okay? Ashley says she has a refurbished 5D Mark III from Robbie Yankish at YM Camera, and it is awesome. So YM carries a lot of used gear, If you don't have the budget for new gear and you're looking for something, I highly recommend you make a trip to their camera store so you can see what they have in stock. That's a really good option for someone who doesn't have the funds to go with something brand new but wants to upgrade. Leave a comment, share, like, all of those things. I'll see you in the next video.